was unique and remarkable to watch. He assumed absolutely nothing. And he was appreciative of everything, especially the small stuff. He was a depression baby and often reminded Barb and I that nothing is forever. I remember once telling him that real estate was bulletproof, the stock market only went up, and banks are stable beyond belief. He just smiled. Now in kindergarten, we all learned a game called show and tell. And for me, that is also an easy way to understand the measure of a man. You see, some people tell you how to be. They tell you what to do, and they tell you how to lead your life. Others show you how to do these things by the way they live. And that is exactly Dale's legacy through my eyes. All show, no tell. He showed me how to lead an admirable life, but he never told me how to do it. And he showed his children how to choose right from wrong, although it would have been much easier just to tell them. He showed his grandchildren that there is no such thing as quality time. There is only time. Playing Yahtzee, going to soccer games, teaching the trombone, just time. He showed his wife that I love you meant a lifelong commitment and daily acts of love, and it wasn't just a phrase and a phone call with. All show, no tell. Now the 4th of July was the essence of Dale's Fisher. Family, country, barbecuing with the sun clay, all wrapped up in one. He had ear-to-ear smile all day. You probably all remember it. Dressed in red, white, and blue everything. And he was quite sure that the Coronado Parade made the folks at Macy's quite jealous. I never ever told him differently. But on that day, 4th of July, Dale showed me that we don't live in America, that America lives in us. And today, while we all heard, I asked maybe if you could close your eyes for just a minute. I can take you to someplace very nice. Imagine a sunny afternoon, smell of sea in the air. You're walking through a screen door into Dale and Jerry's house. And what you hear is the sound of family in the air. Something smells really good in the kitchen. Kansas is hammering somebody in hoops on TV. There's a couple of the guys are playing guitar in the living room, and the parachute tent is out over picnic tables. And smiles everywhere. No, I mean everywhere. You can open your eyes now. You could put that scene on a deserted island, and I would tell you the same thing. It would be the very same thing. It would be family, be it direct, extended, temporary, military, or visiting. Dale and Jerry's family knew no limits. All show and no tell. Now you may sit here today feeling a hole in your heart. You may feel it for Dale. You may feel it for his beautiful family. But I suggest you use that pain as a reminder to yourself of Dale and that he too had a hole. He had a whole lot of heart. He had a whole lot of love for his family. He had a whole lot of passion for new things in life, and he had a whole lot of patriotism. Now, as you may recall, last year, his Kansas Jayhawks went to the NCAA championship game, and what a blessing that was. It would be impossible to know Dale and not know this. For me, that game became a metaphor for Dale's fight for life. Time was running out for his Jayhawks, but Dale knew this was their time. Jayhawks down 3, the game was on the line with 10 seconds left. Ball goes inbounds, Collins almost loses it. Mario Chalmers picks it up. He went to his left, and cool as could be, drains a 3. Nothing but net. It was another swisher from Kansas. It was overtime and then some. And so was Dale's play. Diagnosed with a disease that takes most people, in 6 months, Dale took it to overtime. 18 months of overtime, to be exact. He went well beyond the buzzer, and what a gift that was for all of us. Quilts, blankets, prayer groups, Drive-bys, random hugs. He knew he had friends, but I don't think he had any idea what he had until his fight began. Everyone here in the room lifted his spirit up and refused to let him quit. Rock chalk, Jayhawk style, he fought to the end. With pride, with dignity, and with family. First he showed us how to live, then he showed us how to fight, and finally he showed us how to pass. All show, no tell.
Beautiful, Kevin.